Yeah, I would like to bring in Mr. Kishore. Mr. Kishore, do you believe that somewhere the BJP needs to come out and make its stance clear on this issue? Because there's a fear in southern states and few other states where the population hasn't really increased at the rate that some of the North Indian states have seen their population increasing. Does the BJP want to come out and make it clear what its thinking process is on this issue? Because many of these parties are saying that if there is a delimitation in 2026, the biggest beneficiary would be the BJP.
Harish, good afternoon. First of all, the argument that there would be a delimitation in 2026. We have no information as of today that there would be one such. It has to happen after 2026, but would that happen, and what are the dates, and when is the delimitation commission coming into force, and all of that stuff hasn't been yet worked out, right? First one. So this is a hypothetical discussion as far as the dates go. But the rest of the argument we can still discuss, right? The representation based on population. South will be losing seats proportionately. Not that it would lose seats, it would gain seats. But proportionately, it would have lesser seats than the North, especially UP and Bihar. That's how this discussion is structured, right?
Yes.
So here is the point.
Yes.
Do we want everyone to have one vote, whether they are from the South, whether they are from the North, whether they are Hindu, whether they are Muslim, whether they are rich, whether they are poor, whether they are men, women, third gender, whatever, right? So region, religion, language, all of these bases, we can say what is a fair representation for each of these. Or does the Indian Constitution, what does the Indian Constitution talk about? Every right to equality, right? I mean, universal franchise is something the world has achieved only after centuries of fight. I mean, after Magna Carta in the UK, right? Hundreds of years passed by, and only in this early part of this century
Sir,
did women get
nobody's talking about taking
tomorrow,
away the
let's
voting
say,
right from any
as
state.
it happens.
That
Exactly. So, but are they saying
the debate here is?
I mean, this is an
the
intellectual
debate here
discussion
is, will it
because we
create
don't
an
have
imbalance?
dates.
Sir?
Yeah. So the imbalance is, right now, is there an imbalance or not? Would a MP from, let's say, Sherlingampalli, right, or Chevella, an MLA from Sherlingampalli or Chevella in this thing, represents a large, these things, right, so a set of voters, while in a rural area they represent a much smaller set of voters. Do the population of Chevella have an equal right to be represented? I mean, by similar numbers. I mean, do they have equal weight or do they not? That is the question. Whether it is Chevella here and let's say Khammam in Telangana, or whether it is UP and Bihar versus the rest of the southern states. Second point I would like to make. We talked about 5 states. Until a few years back, 9 years back, we were only 4 states. Tomorrow, let's say UP becomes 3 states and Bihar becomes already has become 2 states. Let's say it becomes another 3 states. Would that 8 states versus these 5 states, would it be justified then? See, because in our this thing, we are a union of states, and states can be made and unmade by an act of the parliament.
Yes.
That is how Telangana was made, reflecting the aspirations of the people from Telangana.
I'll take that
so
to
the number of states